Hello. What I want to do now is I want to show you some gear to put in this basic survival kit here, just to help make it more comfortable and ease the tasks that you may need to do out there. And with these few pieces of gear, it's not many, it can make a big difference. So in the past video, I'll leave a link down below, but it shows the basics of a survival kit, that if somebody doesn't carry anything, well, it's better to carry at least the gear that I show. And by being taught how to use that gear, you can set up many styles of shelters that you may need at the situation. You can create fire. You have cutting tools to be able to gather firewood and cut cordage and do the tasks you need. Also, a water bottle to gather and purify water. So it covers your basics. But adding a few more pieces of gear can help tremendously in doing the tasks that you need. The other is basics. You can get by with it. I've done this stuff for years using this gear, and I've been in very cold temperatures with just that tarp and the gear that I had shown. Now, what I'm going to show now is something that I think you should always carry whenever going into the woods, and that is a headlamp. Now, I've actually got two headlamps in here. These here are budget headlamps, but they work very well. I actually use these two for camping as well. But I've got through night, I've got a different couple other ones, and I also have extra batteries. This here can help big time because headlamps actually keep your hands free. And if you have to walk away from camp, a firelight doesn't shine very far usually. And if you have to go away from camp and able to gather more firewood that you may need. Also, if you leave something reflective at your camp, then you can shine your light through the woods and be able to find your camp again if you wander away from it. So headlamps are very important for sure, and that is always in one of my kits. Also, another very good carry is an extra liter of water. These kits are designed for overnight or a day or to a few days. Having an extra liter of water can help a lot with keeping your hydration, but it's also a morale boost. So I have that stainless steel container over here. I can have that filled. And also I carry this one that I use to drink while I'm out here. Also carrying a water filter. There's many styles out there, is a good carry as well. Just because of the ease to purify water. By having extra water with you can be a huge advantage. Now with water, another very good morale booster is food. Having 1 day's worth of food with you can really help with morale. If you get hungry and you're frustrated, it can make it a lot worse. So having some food is a very good carry. Now myself, I just got some survival tabs here, but there's many different foods that you can take. There's Cliff Bars, there's snack packs, there's many different foods you can take. Now you can last a few weeks without food, but food is a huge morale boost, and it also keeps your energy up and it can keep that positive attitude. Next, another very important piece that I carry is a first aid kit. Now there's many different levels of first aid kits, different sizes and such, but I suggest knowing how to use what's in your first aid kit, because that's very important as well. Same thing as any piece of gear that you put in a backpack, you've got to know how to use it to get the best benefit from that piece of gear. The water, the extra food, and the first aid kit is all for body wellness and also mind mentality. Having that positive attitude, it helps with that. But also in this dry sack, there is clothing, an extra pair of wool socks. I have a combat jacket liner in here that I can throw over just for that extra warmth, as well as a full face toque for keeping me warm and a pair of gloves. And then I have a pair of insulated leather gloves in here for gathering my firewood and such. It helps with protecting my hands from getting cuts and scrapes from gathering firewood, plus working around the fire. So having some extra clothing, this here weighs basically nothing. It's a little bigger, but if I'm carrying a backpack that size anyhow, I might as well fill it up with something that can help. Now this here is for all around, all year long. Now in the summertime, a lot of people, they're not dressed for the colder nights. They may be in shorts and just a t-shirt when they go out. They get lost. Well, it gets down to some places around here, sometimes close to 0 Celsius in the summertime at night. So you're not prepared for it. If you had a kit with a few pieces of clothing, a sweater, pair of pants, and so on, it may actually be a big help. So there's another addition for body wellness in that kit. 2 other items that I suggest and that I do carry in my personal kit is a larger folding saw. Even a buck saw if you'd want to carry it. Because that's going to allow you to gather firewood a lot easier, and that can actually increase your time in gathering your firewood as well, and you may need to gather firewood quickly. Also, what I've put in my personal pack is a compact, lightweight, 0 Celsius sleeping bag. That can help big time. If I have fallen, twisted an ankle, broke a leg, I can crawl in that bag and be warm where I can't get up and set up a shelter. I can't go gather firewood and so on. You have to be in pretty good health to be able to do that. A sleeping bag can be a very good carry, and your core temperature is utmost important. You can die within hours from hypothermia or hyperthermia. So very important. Sleeping bag is an addition that I always carry now. Now the thing is, now you're starting to get a little heavier. You've got to remember, if you make a bag that is not comfortable for you to wear and the weight's too much, then the problem is usually if you're going out just for a little walk in the woods, you won't take it. That little walk, usually a lot of people, they are either lost or get hurt and such on those little walks. So you should have one that you will carry, but you should also remember that it may save your life. So even though it may be a little bit heavy, I've had some heavy packs and I usually get used to them as I'm going. And the more you use it, the more you get used to it. So that's my advice. Just having a few little pieces of gear to add to the basics can make a big difference as well. I want to thank you for watching. Take care, and once again, all the best.